He's going to bring it back. One thing I noticed playing against Sortof in Protoss vs Zerg, just on ladder late at night, feeding him like 2 MMR per victory he got over me, is that he's so Ling Bane focused and he's so efficiency focused. He always wants to get to the mid to late game so damn efficiently that he really does avoid building roaches, and I feel like underestimates some of the early defense. Now, I think you can do it with Ling Bane. I don't think this is as simple as, oh, you should just build roaches, sort of. He's like 1,000 times better than me. But I think what we realize here is that he is getting just caught slightly unprepared for Uthermal's aggression. And the thing is, it's not as simple as build a few more units. It's not as simple as, oh, just make more stuff, because then he'll have less economy. He'll be further behind later in the game. There's this fine line that you have to toe. And I do wonder if there's a little bit of room for a bit of counter aggression. Maybe a Ravager timing, Roach Ravager timing, like just like a seven Ravagers, you know, four or five Ravagers, 3 or 4 Roaches hitting him across the map. Ravagerling timing, a Queen Roach Nidus. I feel like whenever I see games like this, that definitely doing some counter aggression is a good idea. And as I'm saying it, I actually comprehend what I'm looking at on the map. And guys, spawning down in the bottom right hand side, about to do a 1-base Ravager all in. It is Sortof. Good choice here on the smallest map in the map pool. It is the Rush map. In the blue, already up 2 games. It is Liquid Thermi. Alright guys, so no SCV scout has gone out just yet. If Uthermal does not scout... Oh, he's not going to scout. He's just going to wait for the Reaper. So, if I'm in Uthermal's shoes, I just lose. I feel like Uthermal should just lose 100% this game. Because what's going to happen is his Reaper's going to leave. These Zerglings are going to be hidden down here. They're going to run in here at about 2 minutes 30. Maybe 2:20. They're going to slow down this from building. The Reaper is going to turn around, run home to stop those Zerglings. By the time he cleans them up, he's going to run back out. He's going to run into 3 Ravagers about here. He's going to die, and he's going to have no units at home, and he's going to lose. So from Uthermal's vision, like I said, he has no idea what's going on. Remember, about 2 minutes 20, maybe even a little bit sooner. Sortof's going to go in right away. That actually might show his hand a little bit. But no, good timing, good timing. So he comes in here about 2 minutes 15, picks off the SCV. Is the Reaper going to turn around? No. He's not going to turn around. He sees the roaches. Okay, he knows what's up. But already, a Marine going to go down to these 2 Lings. This is so big. If that Marine goes down, that's really bad. He needs that to get in the bunker. Good micro from Uthermal. Keeps it alive. Reaper. Ooh, Reaper almost goes down. But the Reaper is alive for now as well. Roaches and Ravagers going across the map. Bunker on the high ground. Command center cancelled. Uthermal knows he needs to take this seriously. He's building multiple bunkers. He's going to need to be building siege tanks as quickly as possible. You know, I would actually love, sort of seeing the command center cancel. I would love to see sort of start droning up after about 5 or 6 Ravagers. Push hard, try to take down the barracks, the depots. Actually, he's building cyclones, not tanks. Uh-oh. This is definitely the scenario where Sortof might be able to just burst this down. The Overlord coming up to give him high ground vision. If you just make a ton of Ravagers, there is a chance with good micro that you can just break through. If there's no siege tanks out or banshees. So with Uthermal, you know, obviously he scouted this late. He's desperately trying to just defend with very few units. Cyclone's going to come out, get a little bit of damage done. The Ravagers are going to do well versus that, but yeah, that was actually a good trade for Uthermal. The Ravagers can't repair, and this Ravager's already taken way more damage than you would like as Sortof. But he's going to take the barracks down as well as this depot. And are we going to see him go all in? Still no drones on the way for Sortof. Sortof really needs to start sieging these bunkers. Once you get 7 Ravagers, you can one-shot a bunker, because you can do 420 burst damage all in one wave of corrosive bile, and that's when repair no longer helps. So Uthermal's trying to get out enough cyclones to deal with that, and I think with the amount of damage he's been dishing onto these Ravagers, it might actually work. If he can repair these cyclones and get out 3 or 4 cyclones, and yeah, he just keeps on building more and more units. He's even got a second barracks just building unupgraded Marines. I feel like Uthermal is actually holding this pretty much as close to perfectly as you could expect with how delayed the information was. And oh man, if that goes down, that's really bad. These Overlords are the only high ground vision. Without them, the rush dies. And the Cyclones here. Great focus fire from Uthermal, but not letting himself take a volley to the face. There we go. Round of Biles. Bunker does fall, as mentioned before. And Sortof is completely all in. But like I said, guys, remember, as this Ravager count grows, if you don't have siege tanks, it can just keep getting scarier and scarier. It all comes down to just Cyclones and Marines dodging biles, trying to wound these Ravagers, and that one Ravager is so close to dying. So far, no units have been lost from Sortov's Ravager count. Only the Zerglings and the Overlord. This Overlord, though, needs to be protected. Without that, he cannot push into the high ground. These Ravagers dancing around. That is a ton of Ravagers. 9 Ravagers right now. The corrosive bile spam is so frightening. A Ravager goes down. Another Ravager goes down. But Uthermal is committing. He loses a Cyclone as well. And I think it's Sortov's moment. He's going to push in. He's going to try and force the issue. He's got to use those corrosive biles to try and zone out Uthermal. And look at that. Does take down one more Cyclone. There's only 7 Ravagers left. But there's only 2 Cyclones and 1 Marine left as well. The SCVs are being pulled. Nice spread on these corrosive biles. He's going to keep using them. The SCVs take a massive bile to the face. But they get a good surround. A lot of the Ravagers are going down. Oh my god, only 4 Ravagers are left here. The Cyclones giving chase. This is actually still so damn close. Only 4 SCVs. Actually, there's no second orbital. I think Sortov's broken him now. With no second orbital to drop mules, Uthermal's economy is really shit. One more really good engagement could turn things around and allow Uthermal to stabilize, since it is just a 1 base 15 drone Zerg, but it's going to be bloody tough. The Cyclones do take down another Ravager. That was a really good trade for Uthermal. That was a full hit point Ravager. Sortov needs to be careful. I think he actually needs to build his count. Uthermal just doggedly microing here. Does lose a few more SCVs though. The weakness for Uthermal is the fact that his factory is so far forward. Normally, one of the cores of defending this push is lifting your factory and barracks and moving them further back. But because Uthermal scouted this so late, he couldn't afford to do that. He had to just build units as quickly as possible. I do think after the first Cyclone, he should have just gone into siege tanks, but oh, they're going to commit. Oh, that Cyclone goes down. That's it. Yeah, just not enough units for Uthermal. No scout on the smallest map in the pool. Very close to holding, but without a siege tank nice and far back, or a Banshee or something like that. The Ravagers, as their count grows, they just ignore bunkers because they can one-shot them. They've got so much range. The corrosive bile spread is so good. And Sortov puts one back on the board, manages to steal one of Uthermal's map picks against him, which is, of course, very, very important. Being down 2 games and having lost his own map pick, if he lost that one as well, it's like, bam, you're 1 game away from losing. Yeah, you're on your own map, but it's kind of nasty. Whereas now, he's on Mech Depot, a great Zerg map, a very big map. Quite a good mech map as well, of course. But definitely a map where Sortov is going to stand a much stronger chance. Alright. Take, no problem. Take a minute, guys. If you need it. That's cool. How are we all doing? Good on Sortov for taking this shitty map from him, says Gonzlang. I mean, it's the rush map. It's the rush map. You know, Uthermal played a little bit greedy. It happens. 1 base muta is really good in this situation, says Pursuit. Yeah, it can be. It can be, for sure. It's, yeah. If the Terran has no economy like that, yeah, 1 base muta can work, as silly as it sounds. Catalina best Zerg map, Sister Please. Funnily enough, Catalina is actually going to be the very last map in the pool. So, it's actually been picked. Yeah, it's just been left to last. So neither player wanted to play Catalina. So after this, Mech Depot is going to be the next one, guys. Then Acolyte, then Odyssey, and then Catalina. So interestingly, Odyssey, you know, quite late. It is going to be Sortov's pick, but it's going to be a little bit late. Do I like TB's mod, says D4ZH. Yeah, it's totally different. It's almost like playing a different game just with the same units, but it is fun. I'm looking forward to trying it again when they release another patch and kind of get rid of a lot of the little bugs that were out on the very first day I tried it. They've probably already got rid of most of them. All right. GG, well played so far, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Good luck, have fun. Let's go. Did Uthermal pick Acolyte over Catalina? Yeah, he picked Acolyte. Uthermal is dead set focused on playing mech this series, I think. From the map picks, I'm pretty sure he's just like, yep, we're playing mech. It's going to be really interesting. Oh, right. Let's get that scoreboard up. Up 2-1. Finally losing a map there to a 1-base Ravager all in. Down here in the bottom left-hand side, it is a Liquid Thermi. And his opponent up here in the top right-hand side in the red, it is Sortof. Of course, guys, this is map number 4 of the best of 7 show match. So first player to get 4 wins will be winning the series and taking home $70, $30 to the loser. And you know what? When things get serious, when they get down and dirty, it's time to proxy a barracks. Uthermal wanting to give a taste of Sortof's medicine back to him. I think this is going to be the 2 racks version. You're going to notice he's still building. Okay, so he's cutting an SCV on 16. So it's, yeah, 15 barracks, builds 1 more SCV, then builds a second barracks, and then restarts SCV production. Okay, so this is a 15, 16, 2 racks proxy. Into a gas as well. So I think this is the version where you go for a marine bunker rush really, really fast, and then you go for like banshees and tanks behind it. I would imagine like the Maru version that he did on Ascension to Ire vs Dark. I think was the game I'm thinking of. Really cool rush here. Sort of though, his second overlord is going to spot it. The question is, does this matter? I'm assuming Uthermal thought the Overlord would go through the middle of the map or something like that. Obviously, would prefer this doesn't get scouted. There's already a drone down here for Sortof, and that is going to stop this SCV getting any free build time on a bunker. If he starts a bunker, that drone's going to start nibbling on him. Are there more drones being pulled down yet? 3 drones, so Sortof already ready with 3 workers. Uthermal starting the bunker rush. Here we go, drone's going to go down. Oh, they're going for that Marine, but that one drone, ooh, great drone drill down there. Damages the Marine and then pulls back. Sortof. Is he going to build a spine crawler? How is he going to deal with this? I would be inclined to build a spine. Sortof is building 3. Oh, no. I think that's too much, right? Maybe? I would have just built like 1 spine here, but that's because I'm a shitter. And I probably would have lost this game, but yeah, I feel like I'd pull some drones down here. I would like 100% stop this bunker going up. You're going to lose some hit points doing it, but yeah, I mean, he's going to lose hit points anyway. He does take down an SCV, but he loses like 3 Zerglings for it. One of them barely surviving with 3 hit points. That bunker's going to go up, so I guess his plan is just uproot the spines, run them down there, root in range of the bunker. The scary thing is the Marine count will be getting quite large by that point. 3 spines are going to move down along with the Zerglings. They should be able to break out of here. Here we go. Marines here are going to try and fight this as best they can. Oh, the Zerglings coming in along with the spines. I don't like that. The Zerglings actually getting focused down so well by Uthermal. Oh my god, these spines. I mean, they're going to take down the bunker, but you got to focus down the SCV. Finally takes it down. The bunker will fall, but Sortof has lost all of his mobility, and most importantly, Uthermal maintains the contain. So Uthermal's Marines here will still keep his base at home safe. They're keeping up some form of pressure. Look at this. Sortof's just built more Zerglings. Oh, man, this is such a... I feel like he needs to be droning way harder. But, you know, Sortof taking this very seriously. And the question is he going to be ready for the next stage, which is going to be, by the look of it, Hellions. Maybe a Hellion drop. Potentially a Tech Lab going down there for Banshees. And just non-stop building Marines out of these barracks. There is a 3-worker lead, of course. Uthermal, no command center in sight just yet. It's not like Sortof's down and out. But I do feel like he could have been quite far ahead if he had droned up a little bit quicker behind this. And there's going to be a medevac, so we are going to see a Hellion drop. Good choice here by Uthermal. And, oh, Uthermal doesn't have the high ground vision. So those queens just going to pick away at that bunker. He's going to be forced to pull back and evacuate. And I'm going to try and salvage that bunker. Does get the 75 minerals back. And the Zergling's going to go for a counterattack. Good choice. Armory is on the way as well. So it looks like, yeah, it might be some sort of Marine Hellbat push. Quite possibly just elevate everything into the main. You know, you could just walk your Marines over, lift 8 Marines in, lift 4 Hellions in, morph Hellbats, push in with just Marine Hellbat. Meanwhile, Zerglings are looking for the counterattack. They might intercept some of these Hellions as they pop out. Sortof sees that there are Hellions on the way. What's his answer? He does have a Dropper Lord morphing. Where is that? Oh, is that just an Overlord building? Bloody skins, man. I don't know why skins are in this stupid tab. Zerglings catch a Hellion as it's popping out. We've got a medevac on the way. I mean, Sortof's economy is getting out of control right now. Uthermal's going to try and break this. There's only 1 transfuse here. I guess this could work. This is actually kind of crazy. The medevac had to boost away because it was taking a ton of damage from those queens. The spines do survive. One queen does fall. Zergling's coming in from behind. Are they going to go for it? I don't know if they can. These Marines do not have stim. Good micro from Uthermal. And, oh man, I mean, just great trades overall from Uthermal here. But he's on one base. And the problem is if he loses these barracks, I don't know, maybe sort of, gets a nice wraparound. Yeah, great surface area. Uthermal loses his last Marines with only Marines and Hellions building. No command center started. It looks like Sortof has held on against the rush. From here, Uthermal doesn't really have too much he can do. Sortov's even building safety spores because he's not 100% sure what's going on. Hellions are going to come forward. Oh, very nice lineup on those Zerglings. Do manage to roast them. Barracks are going to land once more. And yeah, I really feel like if Uthermal went for an elevator into the main, it would have had a chance of working. But I don't think he can push into the spine crawlers. He's going to try. He's desperate. He knows he's got to do something soon or the economy is just going to be too big. Loses a Hellbat. Doesn't really achieve anything except tickling a spine crawler. And that's going to be that. He's realizing he's got to do something creative. He's going to go into the main, but too late. Good plays. Good defense by Sortof. The Hellbats actually have a nice roasty party there. Imagine if he'd gone for this move straight away. Definitely think there was a big opening. Big opening there where he might have been able to make something happen. Looks like we do have one Liberator. That's going to come and queue up on the natural. No, he's actually changing angle. The Liberator's going to come to the main base now. Here we go. He's going to try and elevator up here, but the Queen's just doing so much anti-air damage. These medevacs almost dying. Liberator taking a lot of hits. It's really hard to get this elevator going. He's trying to do it. Remember, guys, Uthermal's still on one base. Sortof has scouted everything. This Liberator flies past a spore, and it's bugged out. He's queued it up to siege up, but it's bugged on the edge of the map. Oh, that sucks for Uthermal. The Liberator just having a little bit of a pathing bug there, not quite making it through. And the Hellbats spreading well versus the Banelings, but the Queens here just forming such a great anchor against this push. And remember, these Marines do not have stim. They don't deal that much damage. That Liberator still just bugged out up there. It should be blasting drones right now. Unfortunately, yeah, finally Uthermal realizes. He goes, what the hell, Liberator? Why weren't you sieged up? And GG sort of brings it back 2-2, guys. 2-2. Please no more EU gimmicks, says Jason Hay. EU gimmicks, that's funny. I showed best of 3. Yeah, that's fine. I'll fix that for the next one. My bad, Vomit. Thought I pressed the 7. No worries, man. Appreciate the heads up. What's the next map, guys? Oh, fuck. This one won't be over with a fast rush. I very much doubt it. I very much doubt it. We're going to be going into Acolyte, guys.